Hello YouTube. I just wanted to stop in today because I did a video yesterday about Hampton University, and that's what this video is going to be about, or at least it's going to be about explaining my point. I want you to watch this video because it's a video of different hairstyles, and the order that I put these photos in are hairstyles that are acceptable and not acceptable. And you'll see that these hairstyles are very, very similar. You'll see that we as people are more alike than we are different from anyone else in society and in mainstream culture. And I think you'll see that the hairstyles really don't look all that different. The only difference is that one hairstyle is done with some type of silky, straight, Caucasian type looking hair. And then the other styles are done either with natural hair, with braids, or with locks. So, anyway, in reference to Hampton University, I got a lot of feedback from people who attended Hampton University, or people who went to schools that were similar to Hampton University, or people who just kind of understood the concept that Hampton University was trying to put out there. One of the points that someone made that I thought was really valid, that I understood, was that there are a lot of students who go to Hampton who have never been exposed to what it is to be conservative. And so what the university tries to do is show those children what, what it means and what it takes to be conservative or be professional. And I'm all for that. I'm all for teaching kids what is expected of them in the workplace. When I was in school, I attended a course that taught me how to complete a resume, how to dress appropriately for an interview, what to wear, what not to wear, down to my jewelry and my makeup. However, to expand that out into what's acceptable in terms of your hair, and what's not acceptable are braids and locks, that would indicate that there's something wrong with braids and locks. And my contention is that there's nothing unprofessional about it. The only difference as you're watching these styles that you can really see is that one is done with silky hair and one is done with kinky hair. And the only difference between people with silky hair and people with kinky hair is that typically one is white or some other and the other is black. And that's my issue. It's like, I'm all for teaching kids hygiene. I'm all for teaching kids what they need to know to be effective, how they need to be, open-minded, forward-thinking individuals. But to say that somehow your natural hair or what your natural hair does is unprofessional or inappropriate in any kind of way, it's just a farce. It's something that's being used to justify this whole system of self-hatred. It's saying that, we're not okay, that basically we have to have our hair straight or have our hair cut low to our head because what grows out of our head is unsightly and unattractive. And that's just not the truth. I mean, a lot of these photos that you see in these pictures, these are not people that would be applying for a banking job or people who would be applying for a military job. However, a lot of these people that you see in these photos would be told that even when they're applying for an advertising position or even when they're applying for a job at McDonald's, that their hair is inappropriate. People who are graduating from college that don't even know what they're going to do are told that, they need to straighten their hair because that particular style, wearing your natural hair is inappropriate. I think Hampton University is just conveniently using the excuse of, these kids are going to go into banking or into the military when that may or may not even be the truth. I went to school for a business degree and I'm an advertiser. So, and now, I'm getting ready to go into the medical field. And every step along the way, I've been told that my hair could possibly hinder me. You know, just like I mentioned in my straight video, I've been natural ever since I started at the job I have right now. And I interviewed with natural hair, and I've worn natural hair every day that I've been there, with the exception of, you know, the 2 days when I had my hair straight or whatever this past week. So, I think it's a farce, and I think that we need to start looking at what we're doing to ourselves and start realizing that it's okay. It's okay. Our hair is kinky. Our hair is nappy. Our hair is curly. You know, our hair is a different texture, but it's okay. It doesn't have to look like, you know, some white person's hair to be acceptable. It just has to look groomed. You know, how about Hampton University including a grooming course, showing, like this gentleman here, how to cross your locks so that they, your free-form locks, so that they look, you know, appropriate and professional, as opposed to perpetuating the idea that just on the strength that you have locks, you won't be interviewed for a job, or you won't be hired for a job. I just think that it's part of a black college's responsibility to instill in its black students a pride about themselves, not to perpetuate stereotypes, not to perpetuate self-hatred, not to perpetuate the fear of the black man. I mean, we all know that that's out there, but isn't it high time that we break through that? Isn't it high time that we let our young black men and women express themselves fully? Everybody else can, you know, wear a mohawk or a you know, anything that they want. But us, if we want to get a job, we have to cut all our hair off. If we want to get a job, we have to straighten our hair or put chemicals in our hair. That's BS. I can pull my hair back in a bun just like the next girl can pull her hair back in a bun. And I totally, don't get me wrong, I totally understand that if you're going into the military, you need to expect that you're going to have to buzz cut your hair. Or if you're a woman, you need to expect that you're going to have to pull your hair back in a bun because, you know, on top of other things, there's safety reasons in the military why you can't have your hair out all over your head or all the way down your back or whatever. But barring something like that, you know, any other job, you should be able to wear a regular hairstyle. And that's all that these things are. I mean, you see in these photos, these are regular hairstyles. They're not extreme in any kind of way. They're people with long, short, medium-length hair that looks neat and professional. And that's my point. You know, we have convinced ourselves somehow, because our texture is different, that it's unacceptable. And it's not unacceptable. You know, we're the ones who still aren't accepting it. And I just wanted to put this together to kind of highlight how ridiculous this whole argument is. There's no difference between, say, this woman and, you know, the woman in the next photo. What's the difference? One's black and one's white? I mean, it's just, it's perpetuating a hate for ourselves and an unacceptance for ourselves that we really need to get over. You know, it's 2009. I hope that, you know, I know that's what we're trying to do here on YouTube, and I look forward to pushing through this because it's a mental block. It's something we're convincing ourselves of that's just absolutely false. You know, it's just absolutely, and then these are extreme hairstyles that I thought I'd throw in here because this is extreme, and I seriously doubt any of these people are considering a job in banking or the military. I don't know, guys. I just hope you appreciate this.